spicy, chewy, basil-y noodles. This is a Thai classic and one of my favorite street foods to order. This is my version of pad ki mao or drunken noodles, this one with seafood. Alright, so pad ki mao literally translates to drunken noodles, and there are loads of different stories about why these are drunken noodles. One is that some guy came home super drunk and literally just threw together some stuff out of his fridge. Another one is that this is a really great hangover cure because it's all spicy and salty, and whatever the story is, either of those is fine by me, but we are going to make the classic Thai pad ki mao noodles today, and I'm going to do mine with seafood. So let's get going on the paste that I need to make first of all. Well, it's not really a paste, it's kind of like some chili and garlic goodness. Now I want some garlic, quite a bit of garlic here. Just going to pop those skins off. And now for the spicy, I've got 2 lots of chilies here. I've got these really spicy red little ones. These ones really pack a punch, so they go in. And then I want a larger, kind of milder chili just for a bit of colour in the dish as well. And I reckon this is where like the hangover thing comes in, because for me there's nothing better when I'm hungover than eating something super spicy and super garlicky, and noodles as well, of course, because you've got to have carbs, of course. Now I just want a really rough bruising here. Now the pounding, of course, isn't so great for a hangover. It wouldn't be the ideal thing to be doing with a headache, but if you're in Bangkok like I am, you'd be ordering this delivery. Okay, so rough, that's how rough I mean, just like chunky chili garlic. Now let's talk about noodles, because typically here in Thailand you would always have pad ki mao made with these fresh rice noodles. These guys you can find in an Asian grocer. I know not all of you are going to be able to get a hold of these, so just use dried rice stick noodles if you have to. But these guys have a really lovely chewy texture. They get nice and charry in the pan, so they are worth seeking out if you can. But just a word on technique for using these. If you have a look, when you get them, they're usually from the fridge, so they're quite firm and solid, and if you try and break them up like this, they'll just like disintegrate. So what I like to do is pop them into the microwave first of all, heat them up a little, and then tear them up before I get them in the wok. So I just pop these in like 15 seconds, that's all you need. So now if we take a look, so as you can see they're like completely almost just falling apart themselves, which is great. And so what I'm going to do is just go through here and just separate them all before they get into the wok, because this can turn into a big gluggy mess if you just kind of chuck them in, which no one wants, hungover or not. Alright, so just a little sidebar here before we get cooking in our wok. A couple of the other ingredients that you would typically find in a pad ki mao here in Thailand, and the first one is called bai kapao, what's also known as holy basil. It's also called spicy basil. It looks like this. It's kind of furry, it's got a little jagged edge, and when you smell it, it has a really beautiful kind of almost like lemony kind of fragrance, but it has some heat to it as well. Hence why it's also called spicy basil. And so you could use Thai basil if you wanted to instead. You could use Italian basil. I don't want you to miss out because you can't find this particular basil, but if you can, it's so worth seeking it out. All right, the other thing is I've got some green peppercorns here. Now we often use these in stir fries here in Thailand. Really great peppery, obviously, flavor, but you could leave those out and add some extra like cracked black pepper if you like. And then I've just got some really nice seafood here, some prawns, some baby squid, some clams. Okay, so that's it for the ingredient chit chat. Let's get into the wok. Now, just a little warning here while my wok is heating up. This guy's gonna get right up in your grill, and I mean like you are gonna cough, you're gonna sneeze, because that's just the nature of stir frying really spicy chilies. I don't mind it so much, but just letting you know. All right, so the garlic and the chilies go in. Whew, those fumes, brutal. Now in goes the seafood as well. Now just to get those clams popping open, I'm just going to put a lid on here and allow them to steam for like just a minute or so. That's all it takes. told you it was dangerous. Let's take a look at these clams. Oh, look at that. Opened up, saying hello. Very nice. Okay, now I'm going to throw in my green peppercorns and just some green vegetable. You could throw in some sliced bok choy. I've just got some young kale here. And now my noodles. Seasoning is really simple here, just some oyster sauce, some fish sauce, some dark sweet soy sauce, just a little dash of sugar. And just look at all those colors, and I love how the noodles kind of take on all that sauce, soak it all up. Now the basil, really good handful here. This is not like a garnish kind of thing. This is literally almost like another vegetable in here. And that is it. All right, let's get this out onto a plate. Oh, I love the smell of this dish. It's like that basil is, that holy basil is such a beautiful, intoxicating, kind of delicious smell. There is so much going on in this mouthful right now, my friends. It is spicy for sure, but you have this beautiful herbaceous basil flavor, plus the seafood and the garlic and those chewy noodles, and little pops of the green peppercorn. This is truly like Last Supper type noodle dish right here. Hungover, drunk, sober, doesn't matter. This is just good noodle.